Welcome to the Wild Magic School Bus. My name is Calvin, but I go by many names here on the podcast. You may know me as Dimitri the Ringmaster, or as the slightly crazy Moon Sister, or as disgruntled innkeeper number 3. You get the idea. This Dungeons & Dragons podcast may contain fantasy violence, language, and adult themes. Content warnings can be found in the episode description. Now, take it away, Pothole. Pothole. Why did they make a third Puss in Boots movie? Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Wild Magic School Bus, the most unprofessional D&D podcast you will ever hear. I, of course, am your DM, Calvin Piper, and these people play the game with me. Let's go ahead and introduce ourselves, the ones that remain.
I feel like
say
we
that ominously.
Play the game through you or at you.
At, most likely.
We do play
most of the time
Calvin.
it's at.
Yeah, I don't know how.
Sometimes through.
It's like really lucky, like if it's with.
I'm like the wall that you throw spaghetti at to see if it sticks, kind of a thing.
How many spaghetti?
I'm the spaghetti baby.
I am stuck to your
Damn
wall.
it, Michelle! You're not supposed to sauce the spaghetti before you throw it at the walls.
What?
Let it go. Go ahead and introduce yourselves, everybody.
Well, before we introduce ourselves, we mentioned last week, and I know we're missing some people, God rest their souls, but we did mention that we were going to decide on what song that we would shout at the moon.
We did?
Why are we shouting at the moon?
they did.
Why are we shouting at the moon?
Because, like, do you ever just, like,
cathartic.
want to, like, shout at the moon? Like a song?
Wolfchild.
What am I expressing?
What do you want to express?
Okay, you're right. It's "Bitch" by Alanis Morissette.
I love it! That's great.
Wait, that's not Alanis Morissette.
Close enough.
B. Miller does
is
very
that?
similar
Is it?
music.
It might be.
Sheryl Crow.
No.
God,
I
why?
think it is Alanis
I
Morissette.
think it is too.
Oh, okay. That's not one of her great songs, in my opinion.
We gotta stop.
Yeah.
I really don't think we're going to get demonetized. I don't think we get monetized.
I don't know. Alanis might be like she hasn't. Been
She
in the
loves
spotlight
D&D,
in a
and she's
while.
listening to our particular podcast.
Could be. You never know. You never know.
Go Canada.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess I'll kick it off then. The song I would shout to the moon is "Rewrite the Stars" from The Greatest Showman,
Nice.
Of course it would be.
sung by Zac Efron and Zendaya.
I'm Matty B, and I play Thulgrin, the Dwarven Paladin, and I would probably sing Vindicated by Dashboard Confessionals.
Yeah, that's
song.
nice. That's nice.
One that instantly came to mind was "Hell's Coming With Me" by Poor Man's Poison. That one's pretty good.
Okay.
I'm Preston.
Thank you. Thank you.
And you are Stranger?
Shouting at the moon.
Shouting at the moon.
My name is Michelle, and bad Leroy Brown.
Okay.
Yeah. I think the moon would like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey everybody, this is Drew. I play Zeph, the draconian, what are they called? Druid. And on that note, I think I would play, or I would scream, shout? I would shout, shout, let it all out. These are the things
You can do without.
I can do without.
Come on.
Yeah, so that's all I have. Hey everybody, this is Matt. Why? I mean, Matt, why? Not like why is it Matt, but... And I would definitely, if I could shout at the moon, if I could shout, it would be Barbie Girl. I would shout, scream, sing Barbie Girl at the moon.
I think.
Oh, I played
You know
Jabidi.
Surprised nobody said like Bark at the Moon by Ozzy or
No idea what
Talking
that is.
to the Moon by Bruno Mars.
Or like Waves of Mercy.
Dark side of the
I
moon.
literally said we were at the stars. I don't know how more space you want me to get. Wait.
Oh, well, Calvin really did the only one that was like on theme. That tracks for pretty much
Everything.
this whole podcast.
Everything at Once by Pale Blue Dot. That's a good song too.
Okay.
All right. So let's go ahead now that. So Will and Matt are not here tonight.
No, we're here.
They are with us in a weird spirit. But
Crikey.
their characters will also have to be here because you're all stuck in a dungeon and it's going to be fun. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and jump into episode 54 of the Godspear Chronicles. 4054. So the last time we were here, the party had made their way across grasslands and forests and mountains in search of an ancient ruined city known as the Fallen Fathers, a ancient civilization long forgotten with the passage of time, in order to uncover answers to many questions that they had about the future of the group. I know, it's hilarious to think about.
She's the one she's over here sounding like she's eating the best meal in her life.
That's how she convinces herself that she can't laugh anymore. She's like trying to calm herself. She has to make a noise, but it does nothing but just make her laugh.
And everybody else around.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But she thinks that like by going that will stop her from laughing. It never
I'm
does.
self-soothing.
It never does. The party makes their way to the city of the Fallen Fathers and begins the journey of discovering what this place is and why there is a massive golden pyramid in the center of it. But before they can get any closer, the floor gives way. The ground breaks and the party falls down several hundred feet deep into the earth itself. Luckily, nobody was hurt too terribly bad, and the party found themselves in the very depths of this city.
Bowels.
In the very bowels of the city, but I figured people were going to laugh at me.
Yeah.
100%. And deep in the depths of the city, they discovered an intricate system of underground
intestines.
Underground rooms and halls and secrets to uncover, hopefully leading to a way out towards the Great Pyramid. And that is where we find ourselves tonight, with the party leaving one room and making their way down a hallway, avoiding, cleverly, a trap that was laid there, and finding themselves in front of two large brass doors.
Okay. One last thing. When you're saying down, 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 I want to say like a ring of fire.
Into a burning ring of fire. Mm-hmm.
I wanted to say down to Goblin Town.
It does feel like you are in a ring of fire as a note, because the air and and everything around you smells of acidic burning, and there is a hazy kind of orange just fog that kind of permeates the majority of this area, making it to where in some places it's kind of hard to see because of the light kind of reflecting off of it. But you are using magical light, so you have no fire has yet entered this area, so you think you're safe for now. And no harmful effects as of yet for the smell or anything like that. But yeah, that's what you find as you guys are standing in front of this large
Everyone still
brass
has
door.
the speech thing, right? Mm-hmm. I forgot to give it to myself.
Yeah, take that, buddy.
What are we talking about?
Yeah, a 5 temp HP.
5 temp HP and advantage on wisdom saves until the HP's gone. And
So, how fun would it be if we put ourselves in, if someone had like one of those magic huts and we got in it and then we like
has sleepover?
tried to ignite this gas?
That would be... I don't know if that would work, but that sounds like a great idea.
It sounds fun. Very
Yeah.
cinematic.
Very cool.
Do you have a magic hut?
No.
Do you have fire?
No, I got fire.
I mean, we could all probably make fire if we thought about
I mean, I
it.
got flaming sphere. That sounds
That is-
similar. Whoosh!
No! Yeah, I have no fire spells.
Hey, you know what I want to do?
Open those big old doors.
Oh, yeah. Oh, tell us about the doors again.
You are standing in front of two large brass doors that seem to be decorated in almost like this. They're embossed with kind of like these wavy kind of grass kind of design. The stones around you seem to be. Let me go back to my. Apologies. Let me go back to my where I am in here. Yeah, you're just in a long corridor with this kind of orangish yellow stone. Lining the walls and the floor,
We
and
found
the
a trap,
large
didn't we?
bronze.
Yeah,
Yes,
we
you
passed
did
it.
find one trap. You were able to circumnavigate it. It was a 10-foot space that I think most of you just hopped over. Or no, wait, you may have done.
Someone flew over or something with their wings or something, right? I don't know.
No, that was when you guys fell. I think you. I don't know. Anyhow, you circumnavigated. No issue. But yes, there is a. Yeah,
We lodged something in it so that it couldn't.
so it could.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
right.
you're right.
Because
very
there's a
good, very
pressure
good.
plate. Yeah.
Yeah, so double doors of beaten bronze with like a wave like grass design embossed into it, so or engraved into it. One of the two. Anyhow,
Lucius tries to like push the door open.
they are unlocked.
Oh, sweet, guys!
Hey,
The door's open!
hey, look at that.
I'm an adventurer. I open the
You
doors.
sure are, buddy.
You open the doors and find yourself in a larger room. As you step in, you can hear the sound of your feet kind of squelching against wet sand, as this room immediately has the feel of heavy moisture in it. The room is constructed of large stone blocks buttressed up into the corners. The walls of this room are wet and slimy, and
Watch your
mud
feet, lads.
and a muddy sand covers the floor in a thin coating. So you are now, obviously I'm using directions because I have a layout here, so you'll just have to imagine it. But as you walk in, let's say I'm the doors here. As you walk in to the east and the west, there are stone doors recessed into the wall, and nothing to the north. So straight in front of you, nothing. To the east and west, there are two doors that are shut, recessed into the walls. Stone doors.
So we're entering from the south,
Correct.
facing the north.
Correct.
And on the east and west are two sets of doors.
Sets,
nothing
doors,
north?
nothing north. It's just a stone wall. In the center of the chamber sits a large polished boulder amid a pile of smaller rounded rocks. The boulder is 5 feet tall and colored brown with dark streaks and spots. Leaning against it is what appears to be some sort of a staff. In the mud around the boulder is a shape, like a large crustacean of some kind. Dark brown, kind of reddish, kind of exoskeleton. It's positioned in front of the large boulder. It is not moving.
Wait, you said it was like something else? It wasn't like in the boulder?
Yeah, there's like a large kind of like creature.
Okay.
I speak crab.
Well,
You speak crab. But that's all you see right now.
I'm not sure I like
There's
the
no
fact that
natural
the doors
light.
just swung open unlocked.
There's no natural light in here, so the only light you see is based on what you have in your dark vision.
Yeah.
But that is all you see in this room.
Do we have daylight still
Nothing's
cast?
that easy.
Do we have daylight still cast?
Yes, you still have daylight
Okay,
cast.
so we have pretty good vision.
And I still have,
Didn't you cast daylight?
daylight.
They said it lasts for an hour.
Daylight lasts 1 hour. Yes, so you
Alright.
still have it. You are as a note. You are approaching about 30 minutes of being down here with the investigating in the first room and kind of slowly making your way through the hallway. You're now about, I'd say, 30-ish minutes down in this dungeon or in this area. Dungeon. We'll call it a dungeon. That makes sense.
Dungeon.
And you said the floor was sand.
Wet sand, like a muddy sand.
Make sure we don't sink into that on accident.
Yeah. Who has the rope?
I think it was TBD.
All right, TBD.
Hey, Zeph, you want to grab that from TBD real quick?
hey, TBD, can I have the rope?
Yeah, sure thing, mister.
Thanks.
Read all about it.
Read all about it, Newsy.
So what do you want me to do with this rope?
Just keep it for now.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe we can like Just keep it in mind for like daisy chaining or whatever. If we start sinking down, I don't know. Wet sand doesn't seem.
Lucius, guys, can I be proactive and just keep messing with stuff because we don't really know what's going on.
That's true. Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna go Misty Step on top of the boulder.
Let me see if it's close enough.
Yeah, let me know.
How far do you have?
I have. Let me see the distance. I think it's just 20 feet.
I'd say it's 30 feet from you.
Oh, it's 30 feet.
So if you have 30 feet,
Yeah.
Misty Step is 30 feet, yeah.
All right, then I will cast the Misty Step.
sure. You appear on top of the boulder. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw as you land on top of it because it is a round, smooth boulder.
Round. Yes, but I'm the most dexterous boy you'll ever meet.
Of course you are.
You're a very, very dexterous boy.
Very, very dexy.
I'm Dexy. 16.
Pretty dexterous.
16, without issue. You appear on top of the boulder. It immediately shifts off to one side and like lists over some of the smaller pebbles scattering and like crumbling underneath it. And it just kind of with your weight.
And is there still the staff, right?
There is something. As you are now standing on top of it, you
Yeah.
can see it is not a staff.
What is it?
It's a long, spindly leg.
I am sorry, creature, if I made you angry. Is there anything happen?
Nope.
I pet the rock I'm on.
No response.
I know, I'm just giving it respect.
Absolutely.
I'm going to use Psionic Mind. I know he just shouted, but I don't feel like shouting anymore.
Oh, sorry, that was a panic.
And I'm going to ask you, so what's the deal with the stuff?
It's not
You can't respond.
Oh, I can't? Okay.
Make a perception check while you're standing up here.
Okay, am I...
You have light. Do you have a light source?
Daylight.
Okay. And
Daylight's a big old radius.
60 feet.
Is 60 feet. So yeah, so you can see almost everything in this room. But you're closer, so you have a
I
little
want
bit
you
of a
to
better
pantomime what it is.
Actually, no.
Pantomime your message.
Daylight only reaches about 30 feet.
I have
with
daylight. Let me see.
With the gas. It
Oh,
reaches
shit, that
normally,
might
but with
actually
the gas
change
in this, with the orange, the kind of
It's
the
like almost
amber,
like a fog.
kind of a
Sheds
fog.
dim
It
lights.
does obscure your lights. It makes them harder. Almost like fog lights hitting fog. Like you can see the light, but it is obscuring vision, so it is kind of hard to see.
Yeah.
But you are closer, so I would say make a perception check.
Straight.
Yeah, straight perception.
I'm not good at perception anymore because I lost my cool, powerful eye. Character development. Damn it. 12.
Not bad. Not really. You're just looking around you. You can see, first thing you notice is the large crustacean that is positioned in front of you now and also in front of your friends. It looks to be some sort of almost like a crayfish kind of a creature.
Oh, I fucking love
large. It's probably about 6 feet in length, but it is not moving. And the coloration of its shell is very dark, kind of muted red.
Yeah.
Not very vibrant.
Dull.
Yes, very dull. You also notice that, with a 12, you also notice that the smaller stones that rolled out as this larger one shifted, they're not perfectly round.
Eggs?
No,
Okay.
they're weirdly shaped. They're not totally round. They have weird kind of like marks and like holes in them. They're skulls.
You just had to go jumping in there.
Well, nothing.
You don't know this yet.
Nothing. We don't know anything.
Yeah,
There's
so
skulls on the ground.
you can't see them.
You didn't roll perception. I did.
Well, from your distance, you would not be able to see this.
Let me see what kind of things I can do. Do I have mage hand? I don't have mage hand, Mara. I don't have mage hand.
What good are you?
Mage
What?
hand?
I don't
You're
have
a
mage hand.
sorcerer.
I'm a sorcerer. I have guidance, light, message, spare the dying, toll the dead, and word of radiance.
You guys have a book that teaches you how to use mage.
I gave it to the kid.
You didn't read the book before you.
No, because I thought it was one-time use. Aw.
All right. Once
It's
we
a
get back
book.
up to the surface, you're snatching it back.
Magical book.
Yeah, you try it and see.
Damn it. Okay, note to self. Read book.
Yeah, read the book, man.
I already shouted at this point. I'm just gonna
Maybe-
talk at
maybe-
like a normal tone.
Come back here and we'll just give you the book to read.
So it was like a once-a-day thing. To visit stuff over here. I can go sleep here. What we
Zeph,
do?
make a nature check for me.
Will do.
Nice.
I know. I'm a druid. It should not be a -1, but it's a 16.
16. This is not quicksand.
It's not quicksand? No. How did you know that's what I thought? I didn't say that out loud, did I?
No.
No, we all thought it.
oh,
No,
okay.
you're
Believe it or not,
I was literally...
Drew actually has psionic mind.
You're in his brain, dude?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm in his brain.
All the
Insane.
time?
No.
Good.
Do not worry about that.
There's office hours.
We are good friends. We respect each other's boundaries.
That's good. That's good.
right.
That's good. That's good.
That's right. He
still
can
think-
throw up mental walls like that.
Calvin's brain has do not disturb.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
thank
do.
God. I beat the shit out of him.
Hey. Think this in your head.
Okay.
You're fine to come back. The sand is stable. It's not gonna... I mean, it's not quicksand. I don't know.
I messaged back to him because I forgot I have message.
You do have a message?
So I'm like, I talk into my hand. I'm like, okay. You're like, I pet the rock, and I'm like, I'm sorry. As I say that, as I'm like slowly trying to
Slowly
get my
getting
leg
down.
off.
Yeah, you slide down about the 4 feet that the now a shell.
Yeah.
As your feet land in the sand.
Is it just, no, it's a lake. So there's a lake connected to it, right?
Do what?
There's a lake connected to it?
No, it's just wet sand. The walls are covered in like moisture and water.
Yeah, but I saw a lake though.
A leg, yes. Sorry,
Yeah,
I thought you said
Leg.
yes, there is a leg. But you slid down, and you can see now, kind of as you're at the ground level to it. First of all, the ground is solid, albeit very slippery. So you will just have to be careful.
I hate that.
But you can see from your perspective now, this creature, whatever this is, this large kind of shelled creature, is dead. The parts of the shell are hollowed out, and you can see what probably was fleshy parts of it are now gone. All that's left is chunks of its exoskeleton, which is the large leg piece that you see. Okay. And the skulls underneath are a pile of probably 4 or 5 bodies that are now mostly bone and some.
I actually am like. Would I recognize this as a memorial, like a burial kind of process? Because like I do have lots of experience with that.
Make a
kind of
religion
stuff.
check.
All right.
No, it's like that bowl you throw
Or
your
what would
leftover
it-
crawfish bodies in. When
I mean,
you've
it could
done
be religion.
Crawfish boil.
No, religion's good.
Religion
Because
check.
like I took proficiency in religion because of my background.
Sure. Yeah,
Because
go make a
when people
religion.
died, they turned
Valid.
19.
19. This is not.
But I'm not
It's not
close
very
enough to say that.
Looking around at this,
I'm gonna go out to meet him.
Yeah, you can walk out.
Okay.
It is very slick.
Before you
but
do that,
it is.
I want to say real quick that I've kind of observed this, but we haven't really taken a look at this. Why is everything damp? Why do I get this feeling like this room fills up with water or something? Be careful.
Oh, do you think they won't go active until the water comes up to their level?
I'm not sure. We got.
They're hibernating into lava.
There's a reason why this place is so stinking damp.
And the walls are also wet, so it's probably going to fill with water.
I'm really hoping.
I
it
miss
doesn't.
when I didn't need to breathe.
So just
I miss those things.
when you go over there, relay that information.
Will do.
Okay. So you head out as well. Yeah, so on a 19, no, it is definitely not a burial. Looking around, best you can tell, this is the remains of whoever these individuals were, fought and slew these creatures, and then possibly succumbed to their wounds or were trapped down here. Hard to tell, but they are definitely long deceased. Most of their armor and weapons are corroded or gone completely.
May I roll a medicine check to see cause of death?
You may.
All right. Ooh, it's bad. Let me see. Medicine 14, actually.
14, not terrible. It appears it's hard to tell. You can
I
see
can't
that
see
there
drowning
is
from bones. So.
you can see that there is there's quite a bit of erosion on these
know.
bones.
Okay.
And the subsequent kind of like a few
Rusted
pieces of
swords.
metal and yes, but you can see one of them appears to have suffered some sort of a trauma to the head. There seems to be some cracking and fracturing to the head. Another one looks like possibly some internal injuries. Their rib cage is pretty much like
Tough.
There's a couple of broken and missing ribs from there. The other 2 or 3, no obvious signs of death.
Restaurant.
As far as you can tell.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what you see kind of here. Zeph, you are approaching at this point, and you can kind of see the same thing that he does. I'm assuming the rest of the group is hanging back, coming into the room.
I would like to try to like move across the wall, like back from the wall, kind of thing, like towards. We'll do the left side door.
So you're going to the east door.
Yeah, sure.
All right, yeah. You
And
move
I
around
will work around to the
west door.
The west door.
Sure.
I'm going to try to stay
Stealthily,
as
if I can.
close to the wall.
Sure,
and
stay
move
close to the wall.
slowly,
Absolutely.
so that I can observe where I'm putting my feet.
Sure. Go ahead and make a stealth check, just for the hell of it.
So there's a
Okay.
west door and an east door?
Correct.
13.
13.
Yeah.
Yeah. You move as stealthily as you can. A couple of your friends notice you moving because it is slippery, and you do
Catch on the wall
Catch on the wall a couple times,
sometimes,
but yeah, you can make your way to that door there.
Okay.
That prestidigitation.
Yeah. So you make your way to the west door. Zeph, what are you doing as you approach the center of the room?
I want to examine the carcass
Sure.
or the exoskeleton, and can I tell whether or not it has been molted, or if this is the actual carapace
do a nature.
that's
Yeah.
rotted?
Do a nature check for me.
They're not dead, they shed, bro. Not dead, they shed.
12. Not bad. And you are proficient in nature, yeah?
In nature?
Yeah.
No.
You're not proficient in nature?
No.
He just got in a connection with it, man. It's a very new relationship.
We
I
need
mean-
we need to find a way to make Zeph proficient in nature.
Yeah.
Get him a book.
Maybe we need to like pay somebody to teach you how to be a nature guy and
I think
do
so.
it that way.
new to the
To
druid
be
game.
fair, to
Yeah.
be fair, like he's got a connection with nature, but he hasn't spent a lot of time just getting to
so
know
maybe
it.
we'll look into that in the future.
Also,
Let's keep that as a-
is an intelligence.
He's great at animal handling.
with a 12, and you're not proficient in it. I'm gonna say it's hard to tell. You haven't seen enough of these kind of like larger
He
kind
did
of.
say he was good at animal handling.
He handled
That's
the
more
animal.
behavioral. Like if it was a
If
lie.
you could convince me animal handling would work in this situation, I'd allow it. But I would say with a 12, it's hard to tell. It could very well be molting from what you've seen, but again, you haven't seen a lot of these kind of types of things.
Oh, I
but-
can convince him. So, I would say that with a proficiency in animal handling and a proficiency in survival, that my ability to tell.
If you want to make a survival check
I also
to
think,
use this
like,
as a
Yeah.
Lizards probably
yeah.
molt, so they also like just like have a like
Well, I
mind
feel
for
like
the molt
anytime
game.
you ever like would go to like the nature lodge, those people are
What's
handling
that?
the animals and they know the animals.
13, but you are proficient in survival.
Yeah.
So that does help because
Okay.
proficiency means that you do have previous knowledge, or you have some knowledge of the things. You kind of giving it a little bit more time to think about it as everyone else is kind of moving around the
Yeah,
room.
sniff around, look for bits of.
Yeah, you're just
flesh
kind of looking
that-
for things, looking for obvious signs of anything. You can immediately see that this room does not have a lot of foot traffic in the sand, and these creatures don't look like there's anything happened after their final resting spot. It appears that both of these creatures died here.
Okay. Cool. Looks like.
Make a perception check for me as
This is
your
definitely
or investigation, your choice. I'll let you pick one.
It doesn't matter. It's a nat 20.
Really? You also can see that there is one individual who has one body, which is kind of part of its body is the shoulder side is up out of the sand and mud, so there looks to be some sort of elements of armor or cloth that are still there. But strapped to that side of it is like a old leather shoulder pouch, and there is something inside of it.
I'll take that.
You,
What do we have here?
You pull it out and pull some of the leather off. You can immediately kind of catch the musty, kind of mildewy scent of old paper and parchment. But it is a journal. It's a travel journal.
Ooh.
Glyph. Hey, Glyph, read. Hey, Glyph. Catch
Yeah, Mike.
this. Catch this.
Right, okay.
Read
He's
it.
going to roll a really good intelligence check to read it. Easy enough to read. He begins to read and begins to divulge to all of you that this is a travel journal. This individual was writing down and documenting their travels, and it seemed to be that this was a group of dwarven individuals who had been given a lead to delve down into an ancient ruin. And they had come down here, gotten lost due to the many kind of like false doors and like false hallways down here. And the last entry alludes to trying to find their way to return to the surface.
Oh, they were so close. Well, I mean,
We
if
don't
that
know how
sinkhole had been...
Yeah, we don't know how close is.
Not close enough.
So we're in an oubliette then.
Kinda.
Who's the oubliette driver?
I am.
All right. Is there any like obvious signs pointing to where like this moisture is coming from?
Make an nature check.
Ooh.
Nature.
Is there
You're a
anything more
ranger.
on that?
Oh, perfect.
You're not proficient in nature either. You're a ranger, bro.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. Natural 11.
Plus 0.
Plus 0, baby.
Plus 0.
It
Guys,
just
we
looks like
don't
it's
like
leaking from the
stereotypes here.
walls.
Okay, just easy.
It's moisture just accumulating on the stones and like slowly trickling down. You can see there's like stains on a lot of the stones, divots and kind of like crevices in some of them where the water has constantly dripped. There's even the slight kind of pads of droplets falling from the ceiling itself onto the ground.
Oh yeah, what's the ceiling like?
It's simple, kind of slightly arched ceiling. Parts of it look to be more natural and more kind of concave, like with some stalagmites. Other parts look to be finished stonework. More towards the north side of the room, it looks more finished. And if you head over there, there's a reason why.
Yeah.
As you approach that end of the room, that whole side of it, about 40 feet worth of the wall, is covered in a massive, kind of like mosaic mural.
I'm sorry, this was in which
The
room?
north side of
The north side of this room, the one that has nothing on
the
it.
door.
Okay. I want to go over there.
Yeah, so you two can head over there. While you're heading over there to look at that, we will get to these two over here who are now approaching their doors. Kenneth, you make your way over to your door. It is a simple stone door recessed into the kind of the finished stone here. There appears to be like a handle on this side. That's all you can tell.
Is it a push or pull?
Looks like you could push it or pull it. It's hard to tell.
I'll try it.
You can give it a tug. It opens up towards you and reveals.
Roll initiative.
It reveals a stone corridor.
We'll close it. Hey, there's a tunnel down this way.
Okay.
Okay.
That's as brave as I'll get. I don't want to leave.
So you are checking that side. We will get to the other side, and Thulgrim, you're heading to that door.
I guess I want to look around the door first and see if there's any sort of markings or anything like that.
Nothing on the door itself.
Alright, I guess I'll try and see if I'll push the door open slowly.
It does.
If it will.
It does open up. With no issue, opens up, revealing a not a corridor, but a smaller room than the one you are currently in. It appears to be maybe a 10 by 10 room, 10 by 15 room, a little bit more rectangular, with 4 kind of small obelisks that are about 3 feet tall to the either side of you, and a large kind of stone slab directly in front of you.
With daylight, can I see in there pretty well?
With your daylight spell, it does illuminate the room. Yeah, it is. There's nothing else other than this small room, a large stone slab, and these obelisks.
Alright. Am I in, like, yelling distance?
Yeah, everyone's within 60 feet of you.
You know?
It's hard to see everybody because of the fog, but you are able to. You can see kind of people moving around. You can hear their voices. They're within shouting distance.
Kenneth, what did you say over there in your door?
Tunnel. Big long tunnel. I'm assuming that's our next way to go.
I've got a small room over here. It might be ways to check this out first, and then we can move down the tunnel.
All right, deal. So I'll go over there and...
So you'll make your way towards his side.
Sure.
Meanwhile, the few of you are making your way to the northern mural. As you stand in front of it, you can see beautifully done design. You can see the entirety of this mural is lined with writing. Strange kind of hieroglyphic kind of markings and designs. And then the mural itself, you can see. It looks to be, from what you can tell, a lanky, spindly character shrouded in like dark clothing with like a pale gray face and one glowing eye with like a jewel that's set into it that kind of flashes with the light. You can see this individual kind of standing there. Their alien long fingers are like curled, one into almost like a fist and the other like reaching out, and you watch as this, and you can see this kind of like dark kind of like wispy material, like wispy design falls to the landscape around them, and you can see on one side the landscape looks lush and full of life and flora and fauna, and the other side everything kind of mirroring it looks dead and decayed, like little creatures are like skeleton versions of themselves. Trees no longer have like flowers or leaves upon them, and the ground becomes like hard and brittle and like dark. But that is what you see.
What the crap?
Lucius like grabs his like, I don't know, he just grabs himself and he's like,
It's like a description of your life.
it's like me! Guys, I have a mural! Finally.
And he touches it?
Yeah, I touch it, I guess. It doesn't matter. I'm like, beautiful. And then if we had iPhones, he'd definitely take a picture.
Oh, yeah?
He just like for like a good solid 20 seconds, he just stares at it and just like mentally takes a screenshot. Mm-hmm. It's like, okay, well, that was cool. So like you said, there was like decay on one side and there's like life on the other side. Mm-hmm. Like, OMG, that's so me. I don't know how to handle this. I'm joking because this is just creepy. How do I look? Like, so I'm just like, this is creepy me. I like it.
Does this
I miss creepy me a little bit.
mean anything to any of you? I'm guessing to BDM.
Sure, yeah, they can move up too. I'll go and roll a perception check for them to see. Not bad. You can see that TBD kind of looks at the wall and says, he looks at it for a second and he goes, it's a story about a, he's looking and he goes, it's a story about a warlock.
Uses new accent, the right one.
Hello.
Hey, Dad!
Say baby.
So, and as he points that out, he kind of points to the writing across the kind of outside of it.
Oh, there's.
And you guys look at that too. Here's where it gets interesting. The writing is legible. Mm-hmm. But Lucius, it reads in common to you.
Yes.
Weird. Zeph, it reads draconic to you. And the story that you read is not about a warlock, but about a wizard driven mad by power. Lucius, the story you read is yours. Of an individual known as Lucius Kane, who, using the power of ancient magic, sundered parts of the world, and using the magic given to them brought about the ruin and destruction of the magical world.
You know, I was really enjoying this for a second.
But both of you realize that as TBD is talking about like a story about a warlock, you are both looking at it going,
No.
no, that's not what it says.
Is and does Glyph have a different perspective as well, or is it
Yeah,
also?
Glyph hasn't said anything, he's just looking at it.
Okay. There's a story about me, and it's mostly right until it says I use the magic to sunder the world or parts of the world, which, guys, I don't know if I give up that vibe. I don't like hurting people. I don't know if you noticed. I haven't really killed that many people. I'm scared. You can't believe you're doing me like that.
No,
You see that?
It says something completely different to me.
Oh, okay.
Hey, mate, it says this is you, but you're like doing the reverse of it. It's like everything's bad and you're making it good. Are you reading the same thing I'm reading? Are you starting from left to right?
I started left to right.
Right, that's what I was.
Okay. So is everyone reading something different? Okay.
Hey guys, come here. Come here.
All right, okay.
Alright, I'm coming. Hold your horses.
Don't you go anywhere, Obelisk.
Papa walks over. No, mate, I'm not going to repeat that. That's a terrible story.
Whoa. Whoa.
You're saying it's a story of a girl?
Get your mind out
Got
of
revenge around the whole world.
Why in the world am I looking at a picture of Lucius?
Yeah, she looks so sad in photographs. But I absolutely love her when she smiles.
Hey there, Delilah.
Weird.
Your turn.
Okay. Yeah, you guys walk up and you can see. Do you point out the writing to them? I assume.
Yeah. What's that say to you?
Thulgrin, you read in Dwarvish the story of an ancient deity who was the yin and the yang of magic, who had like the good and the bad and was like the balancing of it. And this is like a legend about how they showed magic to the mortals and how it brought about like the discovery of it.
What do I read?
You read in
Goblin.
I was gonna say, do you speak Elvish?
Giant.
Common, Elvish, Goblin, Halfling, Undercommon, and Zemnian.
Zemnian, actually. I was gonna say, I knew you spoke one of those weird ones.
Let's go.
You read in Zemnian
Heck is Zemnians.
German.
about a... Yeah, technically it's derived from German.
Yeah.
You read about a cursed item that once used would like manipulate the magics of a person, causing their like entire soul to be twisted by whatever this cursed thing was.
So you got a different story.
Yeah.
You got a different story. I've got a different story than you guys do. What about you, Kenneth? Did you get something different?
Yeah.
So is this one of those things where it's showing us bits and pieces of stuff
Of like a whole
for
story.
ourselves, like some weird mirror?
I wonder if it's like,
or is
like
this,
the whole
or
story.
are we? Is it
Wait, does
the
that?
whole story, and we're each seeing a piece of it, and we need to put all the pieces together?
It might be that. It might be. I mean, that room that you guys found might be part of the equation.
We didn't get a chance to.
I haven't even looked
check
at
it.
it, but maybe that would help solve
There's
some
some
sort of
obelisks
something.
in there.
I'm just worried because like when I read it, I don't know, it scared me because like I don't want to hurt the world and stuff. I don't want to add another god scar or whatever.
Well, here's the thing: if it's about you, in what I saw, there is something had to do with the yin and the yang, and there is good and bad in the same person. So if you, I mean, it seems to me like you're feeling pretty good right now.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't worry too much, at least in the moment. But we can definitely look into it and figure out maybe what had happened.
Maybe like versions
Or
of
what
me
may
or something.
happen.
Does it seem like the information that we put together, if it seems like it's parts of a story?
No, it's a full story.
Just different stories.
And there's a glowing, or just a gem thing.
There's a red gem embedded in the eye, one of the sockets of it that flashes with the light. Obviously, when the light comes
Priable
on.
or not?
Looks like it could be.
How tall? How high?
I'm
up is
thinking
it?
About
maybe
20 feet up.
before we pry it, How tall is it?
About 20 feet up.
We
15,
got
20 feet.
brooms.
Not bad.
You got brooms.
It's a pretty big mural.
Let's check the
You
other
can
room.
deface my mural, guys.
You can.
That's my mural. No, I'm kidding. Everybody thinks it's there.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I'm wondering what the purpose of this thing
Before
would
we
be.
go pulling it out,
I have
maybe
no
if it's
clue.
one of those things like somebody can touch it and maybe see if it gives off anything.
You want me like detect magic it? I
Maybe.
can't touch it, but I mean it. Sure, I'll detect magic as a
You cast
racial
detect
thing.
magic.
Yeah.
Nothing. Maddie.
Yeah, you cast detect magic. Other than the things that you would normally recognize amongst your party, nothing.
Nothing from the
Anything from
Ruby
the
up there.
rooms?
Ruby's not special.
He's not close
Alright.
enough to check any of the
Well,
rooms.
then if you want to take it, I'd say
Yes.
if there's no magic, maybe it might be safe. I mean, it could be booby trapped, but
I mean, we can let's focus
check
on
the room.
Yes, check
Yeah,
the room
what did
first.
you guys find first?
I can keep up the
only-
detect magic.
We
for
didn't
10
really get a
minutes.
chance
10 minutes,
to
yeah.
go in
So-
there. There's a couple of obelisks in there.
We
But that's
walked in
it.
the door and then heard shouting.
Hey, Cliff, could you, identify this thing?
What's that?
What thing?
Identify
We
it.
went to the room.
Do you want him to identify the room?
Oh, no, this is
The
before we were...
mural.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's not magical. Is it?
The what do
The
you?
mural. I just did like for the
No,
corner area.
magic is
Wait,
there's
how's
no
it
magic.
not
What about the
magical?
text
They're all
up
reading
above
different
it?
things.
What about the text above it?
Not magical.
Yeah, there's got to be something.
The text is not magical.
Kenneth's right. If we're all reading different things, there's got to be something going on with it.
Agreed. Okay, let's check the obelisk room. Let's give that a good
Yeah,
clean
yeah,
look
yeah,
over.
yeah,
If there's
yeah.
nothing real important there, we grab a gem because it might be useful for casting spells later, and then boogie down
Or
the
trade for
hallway.
money.
I like how you think.
Moving to the west side
That
of
was
the room,
dwarven
you
movement. It
open the stone door and find yourself in this small room. The 4 small obelisks on either side, 2 on either side, and the large stone slab set into the wall on the back. You can see now that everybody's kind of moving here and taking a look at it. The stone slab has a large symbol on it with some writing. The writing is in the old kind of, it's draconic, but it's like the ancient language kind of style.
Zeph, can you read?
Yeah,
this?
so you guys can read what Zeph and Glyph thought was draconic is actually like an ancient language, but they were raised on it, so that is the draconic in this world kind of
I see.
thing. It's a long story, but we'll get
very
to it
cool.
later. Yeah, it's an interesting kind of thing. But anyhow,
Like they
it
know
says here lies. Give me just a second.
Latin.
Pull the name up.
That's his name.
Give me just a sec.
Can you imagine? How do we even type that?
Hey guys, I speak Infernal. Hold on, let me call my girlfriend real quick.
Spelled like this?
It says here lies Toloquis.
Tolaquis. On the slab?
Here
Yeah,
lies
it says
Tolo.
Toloquis, Master of the Outsider.
Say what?
And the symbol on the front of this slab is two long kind of serpentine dragons, kind of wrapped around each other, kind of like almost like in a weird
Master
kind
of
integral
the
knot.
Outsider, you said?
Master of Outsiders,
Master of Outsiders.
or the Outsiders. I don't know, either way.
Yeah.
What was the name again? I'm sorry.
Tolaquis.
Toloquis.
Telequis.
Two
and-
things. Zeph would like to
Don't get any pings from there.
Go ahead.
kind of take stock of how he's doing right now physically.
Sure.
And just kind of just take stock how one might do before going into any kind of situation where they need to have all their control of themselves and
Sure.
just see
Ducks
how
in a
he's
row.
feeling.
Sure.
What, survival?
Survival, insight, up to you.
Well, you know I want survival.
Surviving, baby.
Oh, what is it?
Invitable.
Oh, that's good. 19.
19.
Nice.
Your body feels definitely off. I mean, you took a tumble. You're down deep underground. You kind of can feel the pressure of being, further underground than normal. This constant kind of amber smoke is very irritating, and you can smell it every time you breathe in. There's not the feeling of fresh air is definitely kind of fading, which is a little claustrophobic, but not bad. But don't feel like severely wrong or something is like truly off. You feel like you're, for the moment, in a state of, pretty level-headedness, despite the fact that, you guys are stuck down here with not really any idea of how to get out. But yeah, you feel fine.
Hey, someone write something down
Take any,
and let me read it.
Okay. Can...
Yeah, Glyph jots something down in the old journal he found and shows it to you.
What's it say?
It says you're my best friend.
Mate.
What'd you write there?
I said you're my best friend, mate.
All right, cool. I just wanted to make sure nothing was like messing with our heads, making us read things wrong.
How's your heart song, buddy?
Mine?
Oh, great, evidently.
All right, good. Okay.
Did I get any pings from magic?
How far does it go?
30 feet, not 30 feet radius, that's crazy. Let me see.
Roll that.
Within 30 feet of me, so yes. Within 30 feet of me.
Give me just a second.
And it's on myself. Yeah, no, literally.
Yes.
Literally?
Literally?
Yes, you get magic pings further in, on the very edge of your spell.
Get some magical pings on the... All the way over there, I point towards the darker, dimmer...
Beyond the slab door.
Beyond the slab door?
Or beyond the giant slab that sits there. You assume it's a tomb of some kind.
Yeah,
it
does it
here
look
lies,
to me?
Doesn't look to me. It's just a giant slab set into the wall.
I'm gonna make an investigation check on
Man,
the
I want
obelisk.
to see inside this thing so bad. Oh, go ahead.
Make an investigation check.
Yeah, I'm feeling investigative. 2! 3 total, because I got +1.
Nice.
3 to investigation.
Some
These are
weird
obelisks.
stuff going on here, man.
This is weird. I'm still freaking out. That wasn't magic, but we all read something different.
As a note, while you guys are doing this stuff tonight, TBD or Glyph will provide help on rolls, so you can do some rolls at advantage if you choose to. That way I'm not having to be like, let's see if they roll. They'll just give you guys advantage on rolls.
Tavidi, get in there and help him look around.
Okay.
Anything for you, Dad?
7.
7. Yeah, there.
A little bit more of nothing.
I can't do shit people around here.
Oh, man, I love it.
Okay.
You're better off on our own.
Alright, do we like...
All right, when we get out of here, we'll strike off on our own. Don't worry about it.
I mean, if we have a way out in the tunnel, we don't really need to
that was all
explore,
brain
right?
talk.
Or should we
Oh, yeah, for
try
sure.
every... Like, leave no stone unturned?
Oh, yeah.
No stone unturned?
I think so, yeah.
I mean, if the stone turns, turn it.
Hell yeah. Okay.
I feel like,
Kenneth will twist
especially,
a pebble.
I feel like especially you, Lucius, and then Zeph and
Glyph.
I feel like there's a lot here about you guys. I feel like there might be other. I just
So
don't want
far.
to. I don't want to miss something that might be of useful knowledge to
These
Oh,
rooms seem kind of
you
like
guys.
not to get. They seem asynchronous, you know?
Yeah.
Wait, what if... I mean, I read something about some terrible cursed item. Like, what if... I'm just now thinking, what if that red gem or something is like the cursed item?
Well, it's not here anymore.
No, I'm talking about the
The
one-
gem? The gem would have pinged
one.
magical. It
Yeah,
didn't.
maybe. I don't know.
Well, I don't know, because like that thing that says that story about
While
me.
I'm looking.
Didn't
at
it ping
this,
magical?
Didn't
And it
ping
clearly
magical.
was. I don't know, and now I'm a little scaredy cat.
Most everything that's been in these
Don't be
rooms,
frightened.
I don't feel like it's necessarily something I would know. But is there anything around these obelisks or anything like that that I might recognize? So that
I mean,
I'm trying to find something that I might be able to help any of this understanding, but nothing really is necessarily.
that would greatly depend on what you think would be useful. I mean, it's kind of hard to give you a straight answer when it's generally just like, do I know anything? And then like hoping that something
Calvin
sticks,
likes
kind of a thing.
specific
What?
questions.
Well, more specific than do I know anything?
Yeah. What was our mission? Hey, guys.
Yeah.
I forgot why we got sent here specifically.
Specifically, because this is the secret hidden temple allegedly of
Yeah.
Ta. We were
Right.
trying to find out more
Find
information
Ta,
about
actually.
all of it. Yeah.
Trying to find a god.
So if we're just
Let's
looking
put it
for
this
more
way.
information,
Do I
I
look
say we
around
look
the room
everywhere.
and see anything that a dwarf
Turn stone.
would pick up? Anything that is dwarven? Anything that I might be able to
corpses.
read the decipher. I know most everything's
Make-
been in Draconic, but
Make an investigation check and add your proficiency to it.
Hells yeah.
Great job. Ooh, that's really great.
that is going to be a 23.
23.
Let's go.
You recognize something. You're connecting dots. The smell, the wet, the coloration of the stones. This is limestone.
Your favorite flavors.
And you know, better than
Get us a coconut stone and we can have some fun.
better than most, that the leaching chemicals that come off of limestone create a very caustic, really liquid that eventually starts to erode pretty much anything that sets in it for too long.
Gross.
Which would explain why the corpses back in the main room are all but gone. Most of their items are all but gone. Even like in this room right now, the tang of the smell is kind of like hitting more sharply. There's a very high concentration of lime in this room. So just be careful what you touch. But you're-
Lads,
I begin to like put my
lads,
hand towards the slab.
do what?
I'm about to touch the slab.
this is all, the walls and everything are all lime. And this can actually,
Burn your
it
skin.
will burn. It will burn.
Luke just puts his tongue back in his mouth after trying to lick the wall.
So,
taste like schnozberries.
I don't necessarily think it would be wise for us. I think we need to find what we can find out, and then maybe move on.
Let's get out.
I don't necessarily want to hang out
What?
here too long, just in case.
Can I knock on the slab?
What's
Is
the
it hollow
slab
inside?
made out of? Hold on. And
What
grab his
is this?
hand. What's this slab made out of?
You knock. There's nothing. It's just stone. It
Okay.
doesn't feel hollow.
As someone who knows a lot about death and burial rites, is there like a way I would know how to like move this slab if it's on like specifically tombs? Like, would I be able to discern if there's like a conventional way of unearthing this slab?
Sure. Make a do another religion check if you want.
Religion. Glyph, give me advantage. All right, bro. Thanks, man.
Don't take all the advantages.
All right. 13. I want to 13.
He'll give you a flash of genius and add five to that. Why
You're
not?
a genius.
Because I really want you to figure this out.
Heck yeah.
So this tomb seems to have been sealed. This large slab seems to have been put in place to close off the tomb. You would know that it was most likely set here after the tomb was constructed. So it is very possible that you could, with enough leverage, move it back in order to access the room behind it. But given that it is a kind of like the set stone for this tomb,
Yeah,
it's going to be a very
it's hard.
heavy stone. But you don't see any reason why it wouldn't be movable. Obviously, because they needed to set it here, so it had to be transported. It's not like
It's not impossible, but it's gonna
the
be
fact
hard.
that the room looks like it's made from like pieces of stone, not like carved out of one piece of stone, makes you feel like it's most likely it's not like a one whole piece. It was something that had to be brought and set before it.
Hey, Thulgrin, do you think you could leverage this open? It's gonna take a lot, but I'll try to give you like guidance and stuff.
I have a crowbar too.
Sweet, yeah, use that.
So,
I could probably do that.
Thulgrin's gonna provide a fulcrum.
Oh, you get inspiration. I said that in character.
Do you think that the leg from that creature would be a good like pry bar?
Well, let's try the
Maybe
normal
we
pry
could-
bar first.
Oh no! Whoa! Yeah.
So on the front of this, is there like a, you know how like in Pharaoh's tombs and stuff like that, there's like a depiction of the person behind it? Is there a depiction on this one at all?
No.
No face or anything? Okay.
No. This is just a stone with a like the intertwined dragons and a name.
I guess we're gonna see him face to face eventually. All right. So
We're outsiders, so
I will wedge a crowbar
So
in there.
he's our
and
master.
We'll
You should-
try to.
I can pray.
No, I was gonna put it in a help him.
mean,
Well,
Oh yeah, help
Stone
action,
stone
guidance.
So, all right. So,
Yeah,
who
guidance.
is all pushing
Does
on
guidance
the
stack?
stone? No, it's
Damn
not.
it.
Who's all pushing on the stone?
I'm not.
I'll help
Okay.
with the pry bar.
Okay.
Turn to Baron Probe.
Or would it be
So-
better if I gave the pry bar to Thulgrin and just
Just give it to
hung
I
Flo.
can
onto your
just.
waist?
Why don't,
True. It's very important.
in case something happens, why don't we try and see if I can do it on my own?
Okay.
Alright,
Go
okay.
for it.
Ready? And then we'll go from there.
Guidance
Alright.
check,
So
yeah.
go ahead and roll.
Toss him the crowbar.
Roll a strength check for me.
Wait. With advantage because I'm helping.
Yeah.
And then also D4.
You're gonna need it, bud.
The pyramid. 2. Strength check, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
14.
14. Nothing.
Damn it.
It does not budge.
Operation Bear.
Hold on.
Zeph.
Okay.
It's at this point both Glyph and Pothole are like, all right, we're going to give a hand a little bit, and so they're going to step in and help you as well. So they're both going to roll strength checks of their own, and then you can go and roll again, and anybody else who's wanting to do anything.
Oh, add another D4 to that. That's what I'm using
add your
action
strength
for.
to it, absolutely.
Natural
That's
20.
a nat 20.
Okay.
Pull that sucker out of the ground.
He sees Glyph and them come to help.
At a
No,
nat 20.
No.
Like, no. I freaking got this. I don't need no help.
16.
16.
Yeah, use that undead strength
Wait,
of yours.
16 strength check?
Yeah.
Damn.
I rolled a 15 and I got plus 1.
Glyph
strong.
rolled a 7 on his, and Pothole is going to
As
go
well.
ahead and roll, and he rolls a 14, so not bad.
Nice.
So,
Ooh, lives
21.
I'm not 20 this sucker. It's
Yeah,
coming
hold
out the ground.
Yeah, okay, so
He's doing a
yes,
good
but it's a combined check. So that's what I'm trying to figure out.
Not
So
20.
so
Wait,
20,
add a D4 so the average is higher.
21,
What's the total?
41.
24 plus your strength. So it's 29 total.
Be 29.
Okay, 29 total.
So 29 plus 21 gives me 50 plus
16?
16, 66. Yeah, you beat what's needed. Yeah, with the combined strength of 4 different people pushing on it, you push for a second and slowly begin
yeah.
to eke it forward more and more. Your hands kind of slipping on the slick stone, but
Yeah,
you're able to
Glyph's
get a grip
especially.
as
He's
you all are
strained a little
going.
bit. And
He
I
shoots a
will
gun
say-
by accident.
I will say, as you guys are pushing it, you can feel kind of the burning of the water as it kind of falls down your hands, almost like you could see your skin immediately start to redden with the causticness of it. So anyone who is pushing on the door takes 1 point of acid damage from pushing.
That's okay. We still have this spell active.
Can we take a pause real quick?
Yeah, I mean, you want to keep pushing, or you want to stop while you're pushing it?
No, I mean just real quick.
Okay, yeah.
Like pause and
Yeah.
pod. You said limestone, right?
Yeah.
This is all. Limestone is different than lime. Limestone isn't actually caustic, but lime is, and they're 2 different things. Actually, my guys used to haul it whenever I worked at my old job. They're
Correct.
2 different things.
Correct.
So it's made out of limestone or lime.
D&D limestone.
Which is it?
I mean,
Or are you just saying that this is D&D and
It's
limestone?
a-
This is just what it is. I just don't want someone.
You
I
did
just
say
don't
it
want.
has a great
I
concentration
feel like somebody
of
is going to be like,
lime, so-
limestone's
Yeah.
not the same as lime, you retards.
Concentration of lime.
listen, the module said limestone. That's what I'm going with. I know lime is caustic, but lime is
It is.
normally in a powdered form.
Lime with water actually burnt the crap
Yeah, not
out of
good.
one. It was rain.
Yeah, not
Literally,
great
and
stuff.
he went out to dump on it, and it burnt the crap
as-
out of my driver.
But does lime
All over.
is lime in a stone form, or is it?
Lime comes. It's
Lime is from
it is.
ash.
It's compacted
Right.
and makes. You can get it in like granules. Or,
Yeah, but it's
in
not
granular
like,
form.
but it
Or
doesn't
powdery.
come as a stone, right? So
Yes.
I think the reason why
come as a
they are
compacted
describing it
powder.
as a stone is because it would not make sense for just loose
Comes out of
lime
powder,
to be all over the place.
Comes out of powder or a pebble.
Right.
Usually.
So, for the sake of this, we are imagining that in this world, lime is a stone.
Limestone.
Cool.
Yes. So it is a lime stone,
Okay.
but the bad lime.
Okay.
So lime dash stone, not limestone.
Correct. It's
Okay.
lime with a Y, not an I.
Okay.
It's D&D now.
Cool.
We fantasized it. Wait.
I'm excited about lime.
Okay. So, thank you for the point of clarification. But
Yeah,
yes.
wow. Hold on. Energies.
Oh, we got more?
Lore?
Oh, this is why we have the Why School Bus. It's we learn stuff as we do.
We
this
do
too.
learn.
We learn.
We do learn. Friendship is magic.
It is.
My Little Pony boys.
Bronies. Bronies for life. Do you think you wonder if Bronies like actually listen to this? That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean they listen to everything. Like they're people.
Yeah.
You know what? In fandom, that would have
just
us
in
all
like
have
not
them.
in like weird people that listen, but like would a Bronies interest cross over with
Yes,
D&D?
because I know bronies.
Oh, do you?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Lots of them.
I didn't know if their interest crossed into D&D.
Yeah.
I knew.
I personally never really watched it, but I have respect.
Yeah, mad respect. Hey, we all have things we love to watch.
Exactly. Mine is John Wick over and over again.
Yep. Mine is Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Okay,
Nine-Nine?
it can like it looks like limestone can precipitate into a caustic material.
Sweet.
Oh, it can. Oh, okay. Well, we know.
Precipitate.
We are learning.
Precipitate. Oh, chemistry class is coming back to me.
So cool. Yes. So you guys are pushing. You get about.
Lime, calcium oxide, is produced by heating limestone or seashells. So, under certain circumstances, it's perfectly fine.
So it is safe to
So
say
when
that
the bronies
somewhere,
come at you,
Yeah, when the bronies come at me.
be like, dude,
Do your research,
oh my
bro.
gosh.
Me?
There was during this cataclysmic event, there was a great like heat source, maybe
Probably.
dragon fire.
Oh.
Don't get ahead of me, Drew. Don't get ahead of me.
Get behind.
Look at you, you already knew.
Are you saying that this limestone has precipitated into a caustic acidic chemical from its normal alkaline?
What's your intelligence?
That's exactly what
That
I'm
could
saying.
only happen under great heat. Dragons!
Dragon!
Guys, I found her. Carmen Sandiego right there.
And is that Wally too, or Waldo? I
Oh, I was gonna say Wally. I was
don't know why I
A little
said.
robot comes in.
like, I love that movie.
And we're saved!
Wow.
We did it.
Wally is here.
Game over.
That was good.
Okay, so you continue to push the slab for about 2 or 3 feet before you do see a gap in the stone wall, and you push it for another foot or two as you now have just enough space to get around the edge of the stone, the large slab, into a room behind it.
Alright.
Yeah, so if you guys want to head, you're more than welcome to.
I'm
You
just
have
going to
light
go ahead and cast Dark Vision on myself just as a utility.
Sure.
Just so
case.
that this whole thing is a lot
Must be
easier.
nice.
I
Must
mean,
be nice.
the light. The people with light
I
are
got
also
you for
here, so
50
it'll help
feet.
illuminate. But if you ever have to go into a dark room, this will help as well.
Okay.
Yeah, because not a lot of people have dark vision in this group.
Hey, can I go in there?
I
Only
do.
first.
Thulgrin
Which is
and
funny.
Lucius
I'm
have.
fine providing the light when I don't need it.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
Let me be
I mean-
first.
Light is also 10 times better than dark vision ever will be. Dark vision just allows you to not die in complete
So
darkness.
this light isn't blinding.
No, it's not like night vision goggles where it's like, oh, it's too bright. It's like in darkness, almost like your eyes have to adjust to it and you can see kind of shades. And
I
stuff.
think we've all been in those situations where it's like pretty dark, but there's something like you can see outlines of stuff.
that's a very good example of what dark vision probably is.
I
It just
wanted
is
to say
in much more
blinding
darkness.
just like that because I wanted to act like I was in the
I like
doing,
that.
doing Dark Knight blinding. Yeah, so you all can step into the room with the light illuminated, and what lies before you is
Master of Outsiders.
behind the door is a chamber cut out of the rock with a veil of stalagmites and stalactites covering the walls.
so cool.
Buttressed from the corners, stone kind of set throughout here, a mixture of the lime of the yellow and orange limestone, along with
admire the buttresses.
black stone and some other things kind of supporting this high ceiling, and pillars. There are several pillars in this room that support the high kind of domed ceiling of this place. Occupying the center of the chamber is a colossal monument resembling some sort of a giant table, covered on all sides in intricate carvings and glyphs. Sitting on top of it is some sort of a sarcophagus of some kind, And as your light enters the majority of this room, you can see on the opposite wall, closer to where kind of on the other side of this room, there appears to be some sort of a axe embedded in the wall.
Okay, look at the axe.
Do you have detect magic still up?
Yeah, it's still been 10 minutes. Yeah.
Okay.
It took you a couple minutes just to push
You
through.
guys still have it up?
Can you maybe check around, do like a little scope around?
Yeah,
here?
I can do that. I'd need a buddy.
I'll go with you.
Okay.
You guys can walk into the room. This room is...
I'll take his
Give me a
hand
second.
out of my hand and attach it to my belt. There you go. Hold on to that.
Yo. Is that your gun?
This room is about
No.
55 feet to, on either side.
Yeah.
With pillars kind of set all throughout, so you gotta kind of get around the pillars to see this like weird kind of triangular pillars with the large table set in the like stone thing set in the center there. Sorry, it's just a stone table. There's nothing on top of it. My mistake. It's a large stone table in the middle with the axe on the other end and the pillars surrounding the entire thing. You guys can go around the room and see what you want to see. You have detect magic up.
Yeah.
You can tell that the give me just a second. The table has some sort of a magical essence emanating from it, and the axe embedded in the wall. As you kind of get to the center of the room, the edge of your detect magic picks up the axe that is embedded in the hand axe. It's like a small.
Can I
hand
tell? I can tell the schools of magic.
axe. You can.
You can.
Give me just a second. Apologies.
I mean, just knowing the general like school of it will be helpful in deciding whether or not it's like necromancy. I'm like, nope. Later. Evocation. Bomb. Leave. Illusion? Okay. Enchantment? No, don't touch that either. Don't touch anything. It's magical.
I don't know what these schools of magic are.
Tell me what it does, and I'll tell you.
There is a warding
Okay.
magic from the table.
Okay.
Give me just a second.
Wording magic.
There is a transmutation magic from the axe in the wall.
I reach out and touch it. Shit!
There's transmutation!
You're an eloquent.
Look at that
That would be the
meow.
coolest
It's even
kid ever.
weirder.
It's broken.
Okay, aren't we all?
Fulgrim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what you get.
I tell everyone that. You already touched it, right?
I was joking.
No, you keep that.
No, you
Sure, fine. I'm gonna touch it. We're gonna.
You walk up to the battle axe
An ox.
embedded in the wall. It is a battle axe with a blade of bronze,
Look at
and the
you,
haft
beauty.
is wound in scale-like wrapping.
Scales. Like dragon scales.
Kind of.
Because I don't
as-
want. I want to make. I want to make. Does this look? It doesn't look like draconic scales, does it? I don't want to offend my friends by being
good
like,
scale.
"Hey guys, look at this axe! It's made of your elders."
Well, listen, we wear lots of
That would be
leather and
quite
mammals, so whatever.
Yeah, that's fucked, dude.
Does it look? I mean, does it? I don't necessarily. The main thing, like, I'm not getting ready to grab an axe that looks like my friend's skin over here, right? It
it looks like
scaly, but not necessarily their scaly.
It doesn't look like that. It doesn't look emerald clear, or I don't remember what.
Doesn't help me.
Just take it, dude.
If it was a dragon, it would have bigger scales. If it was them, it would probably have smaller scales.
You're
Does it
making-
have smaller scales or bigger scales?
It has average size scales.
You're making a
bastard.
It doesn't
Like
look. It's a scaly wrapping around the handle.
I'm gonna walk up behind him and use my friendship with my DM along with my psychic abilities to intuit that he's wondering this very thing, and I'm just gonna, like, having no idea, be like, "Nah, that's just normal lizard."
We've built basilisks before.
I just wanted this, like, he's talking in my brain.
He's making a mound.
No, he just says it
No,
out.
I said it in your ear.
I just want to make sure that I'm not. I don't want to. I've grown quite fond of you both, and I'm not trying to offend by being like, hey, look at this beauty, and it's made of
Culturally
one of
sensitive
your cousins.
children. That's growth, baby.
Did we give you a pin yet?
I personally have no taboos about using friends' flesh for wrapping weapons.
True, but I didn't want this to, be your
No, that's not it.
your grandmammy here. Something,
I think you keep from tubes. I don't know.
I'm using my psychic powers. No, it's not thinking anything.
Alright.
Is it thinking anything?
I'm gonna
It might
reach
be
out and
thinking
grab
something.
the
You
axe.
don't know.
You grab hold of the haft. You feel a cold chill run down your arm. You give it a pull.
You feel
Cool, guess what? I'm dead. It shouldn't really matter.
What?
You still feel
turns
it.
out.
You attempt to pull. It does not come out.
Didn't you say that I don't have a temperature? How is something make
You
something
can
that's
feel
already
it.
cold?
I never said you didn't have a temperature.
I'm dead. I have to.
You're
double
not.
die.
You are.
Double D, double die.
You are walking between the living and the dead realms. You are not fully dead. You are not fully alive. I literally have a name for the thing that you are.
Me Monday through Wednesday,
zombie.
am I right? Damn.
It's not a zombie.
Zombie.
Stop breaking up the cranberries, damn it!
Alright, fair enough. Okay,
beautiful
so
song.
it's cold, right? When I touch it, is it starting to hurt, burn, anything
No.
like that?
Just a cold chill.
Alright, then I'm gonna pick it up and be like, it's a mate.
doesn't come off the wall.
It's a mate cold.
It doesn't come.
Oh, it doesn't come off the wall.
Doesn't come off
Just
the wall.
touch it. Okay,
It's
well,
it's embedded. It's like in the wall.
Can you let go?
well, then I guess I want to try to chisel it out.
No, you just shake it up and down, work it out.
Like a shake, like one of those, elven shake weights that I see
Yeah,
those
the
guys
elves,
walking
the
around
elves,
with.
the elves and their shake weights.
Elven
Yeah.
shake weights.
Yeah, but if you
I've
really
never
want
seen-
to work it, it's this
Yeah,
way.
and elf-
This is shake weight.
Them shits don't work. I've never seen a bub
Well,
looking
I
at
mean,
That's
them.
why elves
They
are
look
always skinny. They don't do
scrawny
nothing
as
for me.
hell.
They only do cardio.
I mean, that's why they have massive forearms.
You know what? They
Oh, the shake weights. Sorry, I was like cardio.
Yeah, I was like,
What?
You don't get forearms from cardio.
I know. That's why I was confused.
I mean, if you pace yourself. I want to cast Fairy Fire on the area surrounding the axe and the dais. Mm-hmm. And see if anything invisible shows up.
Good job.
Nothing seems to happen.
It just looks really cool. Everything surrounded in this.
Very pretty.
Is it something that I can chisel out off the wall?
Might take you a minute, but yeah.
Wait, can you let go? Did we already establish that you can let go? of
At
it?
8.
Okay, sweet.
I mean, I have stone cunning. Does that help me?
It'll take you a
In my-
second, but yeah, you can do it.
At 8, do I need to?
There's
You want me to
sarcophagus
roll?
here, right?
There is a stone table. I apologize. There's
Oh,
no
okay, I
sarcophagus.
got it.
It's just
Oh,
a stone
okay.
table.
Do you want me
Sorry,
to roll?
I apologize for that. What's that?
Do you want me to roll?
We'll get
for
to
it?
that. It's gonna take you a minute to do that. We're
Okay.
gonna
I
do
just
other things while you're doing that.
Chiseling. Ding,
Start
ding,
chiseling away.
What's magic was it? Warding.
You guys move over to the
Tablet. Mesa. And then spin.
give me just a second.
Me gusta. Look at you not taking bro.
The stone table. Give me just a second. You can see it is some sort of a stone monument. It's constructed of several parts. A great stone slab, 20 feet by 10 feet wide, rests upon a 4-foot thick monolith of rock of similar dimensions. And this is then supported by 6 large stone blocks underneath it. Each component's been covered with intricate carvings and glyphs, and the top of the slab depicts a struggle between a dark-skinned elven individual and a mighty dragon.
Is it emerald like we saw before?
No, this is there's no coloration on this. It's just etched into the stone.
A bas relief.
Yes, thank you.
Nice.
Did you just drink granola?
Yeah.
My colon's great. You said Dark-Seen Elf versus a dragon.
Well, that's not much of a contest, is it?
No, that dark-skinned elf will kill the dragon.
What?
It's a drow. Wait, do drow exist in this world?
Just dark skin. They're not necessarily a different breed of... Elves come in various skin tones.
They're not as, what's it called, schism?
They do not live underground, no. You can find light elves and dark elves all over this world.
Sweet.
They just...
Shitty forearm.
Yeah, you can find medium roast elves in this world if you really want to. It all just depends. Caramel elves, they're all... It's all the...
It's like Brazil up in here.
As a point of order, Lucius, you may have encountered elves in your time in Udal. There has not been a single elf you have seen on this side of the grasslands. There may have been a couple of elven or half elven figures in your troop, in your circus troop, but in the grasslands themselves, you don't ever recall seeing a elf.
Man, I think about it.
Was there some
weird that's
in Hofkiss and June? I thought there wasn't there?
Possibly. You may have seen a elven. You haven't interacted with any elves.
Okay.
But you could have. And again, it's entirely possible you may have met individuals with elven lineage, but pure elves, the ones that are more. They look more alien than humanoid, like long, elongated features, pointed ears, kind of like very angular facial structures. Are not seen very often. Much more larger, kind of almond-shaped eyes, taller than most. That is the depiction of the elves you've seen down here so far.
He looked like an elf, right?
He looked like an elf.
Yes.
But we knew he wasn't an
They
elf.
resembled an elf.
Oh.
A pure elf. But the dioramas you've seen down here and this carving look like that style of elf.
Like from someone who grew up in Uldal, and he's like, oh, it's like a normal part of life, and I come over here, and then I realize there's like nothing here, and then noticing that this civilization of elves existed in this place where there's no elves to be seen. It's very interesting.
Yep.
It was like moving to Portland.
It's like moving to Portland, Oregon.
Kind of the same vibe.
Oregon.
But yeah, so the tomb, sets
just white people.
The tomb sets before you, or this monument sets in front of you.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Go for it.
Touch it.
Kenneth is tired of trying to
Yeah, it's cold to the touch.
This is sick. I love touching things and nothing happening. Okay, so you said 6 stone blocks covered in runes, giant slab that depicts this.
Glyph, read the runes.
He starts reading. He tells you it would take him hours to read through these because these are all
archaic.
They're very like almost graffiti-like in nature, like no form to them, no flow to them. Like they're all written and beautifully done, but there's no way to start at one point and go, here's the starting of a sentence. It's just very chaotic in nature.
everywhere or just in certain places?
All over this room.
Okay.
The only thing that is uniformed is the 11 runes that are embedded in the... Hold on. Did I say 11? Give me just a second. I have to read this.
-2 runes.
Apologies. I have to read this.
People with large babies. A number of runes.
A number of runes that I did not disclose to you. Forget that. Purge that from your mind.
There are two rows of runes that are written at the bottom of this monument, towards the front entrance of this area. Going down there, Glyph points out that these look to be. It says the name, Tarquis, and it says Telequis. Sorry, thank you. Yeah, there is no. Yep, my apologies. Telequis and it says his name, and then it has a numbers.
Yeah.
It says 5, 4, and then there's a space, and then it says 3, and then it says 9.
Okay.
Underneath those are 11 runes, and they are numbers 0 through 10, or 0 through. Wait, what? Hold on. Sorry.
So you're doing like index rules, like 0 to 10, and then 0 counts as 1.
No, it would be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way up to 9.
Oh, up to
so
9.
It would be
okay.
Yeah. So it would be 0 to 9. Yeah. So it would be 10 in total. Sorry, not 11. I don't know why it says 11.
The only reason I can think like that is because of.
Well, that would be
programming.
11. If 0 is an item.
Because they're okay. So I'm reading from a module for those who are listening.
You're good.
So I'm trying to parse what this says versus what I have created. The 11 glyphs in quotations that it's talking about is different. So one of them is the name, one of them is the random numbers, one of them is the line of numbers, one of them is. So there's like 11 different things on this. I only have 3 that I'm using. So it's the name, the random numbers, and 0 through 9 underneath that. And the rest are all just crazy carvings.
Can I press on the line of numbers? I want to press on
The random line or the in
line.
sequence?
Sequence.
Okay.
I want to hit 5-4 in quick succession.
You do. They glow blue.
All right, that way a little bit. Just because there's a space in the thing, and then I hit 3.
Give me just a second.
For sure. I'm hacking. Hack the planet, dude! Pulls up the screen.
You click you press the 3. It flashes blue.
All right, and then I hit 9.
As you do, you watch as the blue light that illuminated those runes immediately disperses and makes a line around the edge of this monument, and basically builds a seam in a seamless stone. And you hear as a slight shift in the stone moves.
The stone, like in the slab?
Yeah, the slab shifts ever so slightly as a seam that was once not there now appearing.
A seam, you said?
Mm-hmm. A seam in the stone.
Could, try to put my finger.
You can push it's like the whole thing just shifted.
Oh, sweet.
Like in a video game where you do something and it
yeah.
So now you can click,
Uncharted.
interact, and push.
Get out of here. Tomb Raider.
It is heavy. It will take more than one person to move it.
I have 9 strength. I start pulling it back somehow by pushing forward.
With the help of your draconian friends, you're very easy. They're all willing and eager to help right now for some reason. You guys scoot the stone open, and you can see entombed in the base of this monument. It is hollowed out in the middle. It is filled with. Give me just a second.
Cliffy smelling.
The block beneath the slab is hollow, and inside is a crumbling skeleton decked out in decayed finery. Appears to be a humanoid much taller than the average, obviously of great importance. Gems and other small adornments of obvious value lie on and around the body. Covering the skull is a mask of jade with a draconian-like design to it. The corpse's neck has a jade pendant carved with the face of a dragon.
Do I still have Detect Magic up?
Yes.
Before that, do I get any pings from that?
You get pings from 2 different things in there.
Okay.
Is Fairy Fire picking anything up?
Nothing.
Just as a word of warning.
2 things?
I did.
There are 2 items in there that are glowing. One of them is a small golden ring on the hand of this individual, and the beautiful kind of gauntleted bracers that are on their arms.
How about we put gloves on before handling these, and maybe we don't mess with them too much? Because I did just read something about an item that possesses somebody's mind on that other wall in there.
Sure.
So maybe we use a little
Is
bit of
there
caution.
still School of Magic on? Sorry, both of these.
Warding.
Warding. So
I don't know what that translates to.
Abjuration.
Abjuration. Thank you.
Does this
We should probably have
humanoid
identify them.
does its appearance, clothing and whatnot, look like the person on the?
Hard to tell. The jade mask is covering its face. You'd have to take that off to see anything underneath. The finery does not look like the depiction on the outside of it. The finery looks like very ostentatious, like royalty almost.
Yeah.
But it is also kind of. It must have been beautiful at one point. It is now all but frayed and kind of dusty and
They got into moths and they got hungry.
Hungry moths.
Mending would not fix these, unfortunately.
Mending.
It's been far
One
too
of
long.
these days, I'm gonna find something that
You will. I
If you
guarantee
mend
it.
the thread count halves. So
Yes.
like you can't.
Yes.
Oh.
But yeah, so the mask is obscuring the face, so you
It's
have to
like
remove
a-
that to see anything.
It's like it turns from like really nice like old stuff to spirit Halloween
I
costume.
mean, Lucius assumes that's the guy because context clues.
Sure.
Yeah, I tell everyone like what's magical in there, and I bring up the question to like particularly. Actually, I think we take magical items.
So you take the ring and
I
the
take
gauntlets
the ring
off?
and the gauntlet off,
Or the bracers
the
off.
bracers off, and I give it to Glyph to go off and identify.
Go off.
All right.
Thank
Give me
you.
about 20 minutes.
All right, use a spell slot. You make snap that.
Just mumbles to himself.
That's more like Glyph.
Yeah. It'd take 20 minutes to identify. Okay. Anything else you want to
I
get in
wanted to
there?
bring up with the group. Are you guys, with me particularly? I know the like value of these things, especially like with the bearer rights. But do we care?
I'm not over close.
I
to
mean-
him, or I'm.
I mean, you're nearby. You can see
So
them all
I-
looking in there.
But like, can I hear him talking while I'm chilling away?
Sure.
Yeah,
You want to walk
I'm-
over and look to
I,
him.
I definitely would have raised my voice to make sure you're caught in that.
Yeah.
I want
you
to
can-
see under the mask.
That's fine. I was talking about the gems and stuff.
I don't particularly like the thought of robbing somebody's resting place. Like,
Yeah.
to be honest, and if you do it, that's up to you to wrestle with. But
I took the
That
magical items
doesn't
because I feel like we
particularly
might need
usually
them.
go over well. While I'm
says a
chiseling
guy
away.
like getting
I had to
axe.
get the axe out of the wall. Well,
Oh my
the thing is that like I just looked for what was magical and took what was magical. So it could help
You
us.
don't have to justify anything to me. I'm not judging you. I just
No.
I just don't want particularly any part in me myself. That's all.
No, I just like
Hey,
I'm very.
hey, you're all right, bud.
Well, let me talk. I think, like, I'm okay with it. It's just like I know. It's just like everyone that would care about these guys are dead. So like,
Right.
who's gonna care? And we can use the capital gain
Right.
from this to help.
The city
Yeah.
is forgotten, and we're on a mission to save the world.
Yeah,
Take it.
And it might be the place of a
I start
god.
taking stuff. Thank you. I say that every time. I
What are
take
you
something.
taking?
I'm taking like the gems and like the stuffs of like value. like,
Okay.
the
So there's the. I mean,
I'm leaving the jade mask and the jade necklace like for him. He's messing with the
Yeah.
actual corpse. I'm just trying to pick up like the little.
so
nice
you're going to do an
gems.
investigation check to look through, to look around and to
Forge.
find things that are like of value.
Oh, and I was talking about like within the coffin.
Yeah,
Like,
that- to
yeah,
do
yeah,
investigation
yeah. I'll
check,
do
yeah.
that. I'll do that.
And you're taking the jade items. Okay. So you pull those off.
11.
Touch
11?
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. So let's go ahead and scroll down.
Is ultimately
So you pull the mask and the pendant off, and you can see beneath it is fragments of a bone where it appears to be the skull once was has been crushed.
Mending.
Does actually fix a
He's
couple pieces
alive
of it. Strangely enough, you start to like cast mending on it, and you watch as like little bits and pieces of it slowly start to like and like
Oh,
repair
hell yeah.
themselves.
that boy's got osteoporosis now, though.
You can see.
Bad thread count on those bones.
You can
That's kind
see
of, like,
looks to be draped across the rib cage is a breastplate made of tubular jade interspersed with bone dividers. Looks to be a very ornate kind of like breastplate. Looks very valuable. It's got like ivory and jade and all kinds of like
It's got
cool
breastplate?
stuff. Like it's an ornate one. It is not like defensible in any way, but it's gorgeous and it looks to be quite valuable. You do find at the feet are 2 small containers of glazed clay, fitted with like stone or clay caps on both of them.
Oh, a fellow spinner.
You're funny.
Fellow what?
I take the jade
mistaken,
breastplate
Okay.
and the
And the two clay bottles.
There's a
clay
thrower.
bottles.
Throwers.
Are they full of something?
You shake them.
Yeah.
Sounds like
Just
a powder.
Like
kind
a
of
powder.
Yeah. In both of them. You take those 2 off and you do your mending and repairs. Anyone else doing anything at this point?
No, I mean, I would like to just like sculpt. No, scope around the walls and see if I can make out any of the graffiti
You
kind of
can
gibberish.
sculpt. Why you sculpt?
Yeah, because I don't really
you could do any of
particularly
those.
want to have.
Zeph, you've taken the jade mask and the jade pendant, and you're looking at those, and they're beautifully drawn. But you do notice, in that moment, as you're kind of like looking at those and examining them, you notice that your mending spell is still going.
On the skull?
Sorry. That made me...
Yeah.
Okay.
That's creepy.
It went from like just fixing a couple pieces of it to now the skull is almost fully done.
You're fixing too much. Turn it off. Turn it off.
And you just watch it
No,
for...
this is the best it's ever worked.
You watch it for another second or two.
Never done this before.
And you watch as like the dust kind of around the like around the head and stuff slowly just to like almost like magnetic sand style just slowly begins to like pull towards the head itself before all of a sudden you hear and you watch as a hand reaches up and like reaches right for you.
I like how you're just nonchalant about
in this moment, I'm going to give you a chance to do something in this moment as it is slow to start.
I'll give you a hug.
I'm not feeling like fighting nothing right now. I'm over here chiseling away.
Do you embrace your new lover that you've resurrected?
Do you do any... The only person who could do something in this moment is Zeph, given where he's standing and what he has. So I'm going to give him a chance to...
I'm still there.
You're down at the feet right now looking at the clay pots.
Oh, true. Look at these pots, man.
But, I mean, you are close, but he is the only one who can actually
Immediately
do
react.
anything.
Hold on, I've got to get into Zeph. This is a very big decision.
Yep, for sure.
Okay. So this hand's reaching out towards Zeph, who's holding the...
You're holding the mask and the pendant in your hands.
He's just going to put the mask into the hand reaching out for him.
You put it into the hand?
Oh, here you go, mate.
You put the mask in the hand, or you put it back on the...
He's giving it to it.
He gives it to... He puts it in the hand.
Hopefully in a
It
gesture of
does
faith.
not go for the mask. It continues to like reach.
No, he's going to put it on the face.
As soon as you do, the hand drops back down, and you hear the immediately go silent as the body goes lifeless once more. And you even feel the mask, the weight of it, pushes the skull back down, and you hear the soft crunch and crack of the skull deteriorating.
Oh, well.
Did he circumvent undeath? Is that how he's just dying? He's just... That mask keeps him dead?
I think this mask controls his death. I don't know.
Yeah, like either suspends it or something? Or...
As you set that down, Fulgrim, you're kind of holding onto the axe as you're like chiseling on one point. Immediately, ping, axe comes free.
Beauty.
Wait, so that totally subdued micro event that happened that Thulgrim's probably not aware of. That's art.
clue.
That's art. That's art. That's art.
I'm gonna walk over to show it to him and be like, look what I've got! Look at this!
So it is a hand axe, so it's not like a giant axe. So it's a battle axe. So small size.
Thulgrim, what do you think of this? And he pulls the mask off.
Oh, have you ever put it on?
No, watch.
Look at this. It's cool.
Or was it starting to...
No.
Oh, hold on. Mending.
What am I looking at?
You mend two small pieces together. That's it.
What the...
Wait.
What are you trying to show me?
No, hold on.
This is the
Yeah,
worst,
just
I
wait.
saw
this
this.
is the worst
happen, right?
magic trick you've ever done.
It's real. It's real. I promise.
No, you see, earlier I pulled this off, cast Mending to see if I could get a look at his face, and I did get a look at his face. Anyway, it kept reforming.
Do an Arcana check for it.
My Mending was up.
I'm gonna have Glyph because he's a smart boy. Like
That's
be a
really
part
good,
of this
actually.
as well.
Are you sure?
Yeah, he reached out for me. I tried to give him the mask back.
3?
He didn't want it.
Oh yeah, this is
So I
weird.
just
Crazy, man.
I just put the mask back on, and it collapsed his skull again. And now he's dead again.
You have disadvantage, but you have plus 10. That's
Are
awesome.
you sure?
You hear Glyph from the other side of the room as he's examining these items. He goes, "It was probably a one-time thing. Probably won't happen again."
No.
Probably
No.
like triggered some sort of like a response and
Hi,
like
Glyph.
Oh, like a booby trap.
yeah.
Why is it you're always
well, that's
filled
good.
with just bad information all the time?
Yes, don't take it to heart. I think you're more powerful than you've ever been.
Wait, does that mean you can take the mask now?
Yeah.
Oh,
Are you gonna
sweet.
put it
Oh,
on?
what did his face look like?
It's a skull, so it's hard to tell. But as it was forming, it did look. It did give you kind of like very similar resemblance to the elven kind of
Yeah.
thing that you saw before.
This guy was an elf.
Like on the top of the
Yeah.
sarcophagus. So,
With
yeah.
a dragon fetish.
But yeah, so you now have a jade mask and a jade pendant.
He tickles the old
So I will
collector,
tell
does
you
he?
just gold values if you want to just have that information.
Hey guys, do you guys want gold values or?
Do you want to just hang on to the items, or do you want me to tell you gold values of the things you get?
Well, I'm taking this beauty with me.
That doesn't have a gold value because it's an
Can
actual
you
magic thing.
tell me the gold
It's not.
value and I don't convert it to gold and I just keep it?
If you want, I can tell you what they're worth.
Yeah.
So the breastplate is 200 gold. The pendant is 50 gold, and the mask is 350 gold.
Ooh.
To put them
The pendant was how much?
I'm
50?
about to.
What's that? Pendant was 50
What
gold.
it does.
You should try it.
Mask was 350,
Thank you.
and the
400,
breastplate was 2.
600.
I'm dead. What's
600
it gonna
total.
do?
Yeah.
Well, it
a
could
good
have
haul.
the
I'm in the way
face
For
of
the
other
first
dead
room
guy.
you've been through, yeah. It's
Guys,
pretty good.
we should just wear this.
No.
But yeah, so if just keep track of those so that if you do decide to sell these things later on the road, the prices will be are already established.
We are actually dungeoning, so we might get more stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thulgrin wants to put the mask that just killed an undead onto his undead face.
Figure it can't hurt.
Okay.
That's sad, bro.
Or it could kill you.
Do you put it on your face?
Sure.
Okay. Roll a Constitution. I'm kidding. You're fine.
Oh my gosh, I thought you were gonna die right here.
Somebody stop me! The mask!
No, that I would literally make it a wooden mask. It was like you guys put a wooden mask on the ground. Put it on. I dare you.
Weird, janky,
Weird,
green
janky wooden masks.
I become Jim Carrey.
Nothing more than a parody favor now.
Oh, does it fit on? No, it wouldn't fit on.
You're already Ace
Ventura.
Ventura. Thank you.
Oh, Andrew.
Yeah, no.
No, Zeph is Ace Ventura.
Zeph is
Ace Ventura.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Even with the being really bad at nature.
Yeah. He's still.
Yeah.
He wings it and he does great.
He doesn't
I could
care.
take this back and this mask back and give it to my sister. She needs it. She's got whiskers.
I thought they were supposed to have whiskers.
Wait, I thought they were supposed to have beards, and so the whisker's a bad thing.
Not really. I mean, she's
Right,
definitely
it hasn't
got a
grown in
mustache
yet.
going on.
She's very embarrassed by it.
I see. Give him more.
It's got to grow in.
Tiny whiskers.
Well,
It's patchy in some spots.
Thulgrin.
Very unattractive to all people.
It's all on her forehead.
Oh god.
We've tried to give her
Sounds like
away
a
to other
birthmark.
people, but nobody will wed her.
She's got a seat trainer on her lip. Do you know how unattractive that is?
She can't even play.
Not even a full mustache.
What, Thulgrin, what's the deal with your axe?
Oh,
I'm not shit. I mean, it's not magical, right?
No, it is.
Isn't that what you said?
It
It's
is.
not.
It is magical.
Alright, it's magical. I'm gonna let's check it out here.
Hi, mate. I can
Glyph will add
what
it
it
to
is there,
Glyph
mate.
will add it to his. He will use spell slots to do this. So he uncovers that the ring is a ring of protection.
oh, I need that.
It's a ring of power.
It is a power.
It is a ring of power.
Yeah, it wasn't. This elf's name was Caliburnborn. There's some weird stuff about to happen here. Weird crossover stuff. The bracers are bracers of defense.
Oh my gosh.
Imagine
and
if
the-
Celebrimbor, you just put a mask on him and he's... that's it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That would
that's
stop
over.
all Shadow of War.
And the
I can't
axe,
detect magic and please be something cool. Please be something cool.
he identifies the axe and he says is a magical battle axe with +2, so +2 axe.
Alright.
He also tells you that it has some other properties.
Effing cursed.
What is some other what?
have to kill a
other
dragon.
properties?
He tells you that you
I start to
can.
like swing it around to see if it does
He says
anything.
once you attune to it, it appears that there's other things you can other magics you can leverage from it.
How do I go about attuning to it?
Sleep
You have to
with
rest.
it.
Does it hold it close to me?
So you would know what attuning is. It's you basically take
have to lick it all over.
All night.
You take
Yeah.
about 8
No
hours worth
square
of
inch.
time during which you would be long resting, where you're not doing any activities,
And licking
you
it the entire time.
You spend that time attuning to a weapon or an item by studying it, getting a feel for it, kind of understanding the magics of it, and kind of like absorb, like almost like osmosis, kind of like.
Through saliva.
Pen to a movie montage where I'm on the edge of a cliff and I'm just like.
The saliva breaks down the magic molecules on the outside and gives you the information.
I'm not licking this thing, by the way, because it looks like it
I'll
was
lick
made
it.
out of a dragon's.
Massive cave-in. Both Kenneth and Zeph die.
Oh, Kenneth and Zeph are dead.
Yep, Kenneth and Zeph die.
Oh, high five, bud.
So
Wait, didn't that happen in the?
no more,
Oh no, that was in campaign 2.
no more licking items for you two. So
Didn't put the.
Like I said, I wasn't gonna lick it. It looks like it was made out of a dragon's ass cheek.
definitely wasn't. Oh, look at that! Purple worm comes up and kills Thulgrin. That's weird.
It's eating good
and then
tonight.
disappears.
It's good.
Then disappears, leaving only.
Only Lucius,
Lucius.
Glyph, Pottle, and TBD.
Because I
So
don't want to lick the axe.
no, you're dead. Can't talk anymore.
Why did I don't microphone?
Great, I was
No,
only
you're
half
dead.
in the half
You're-
out anyway.
You're dead. You can't talk. Stop talking. I'm
Oh my
kidding.
gosh, the DM has a pulmonary embolism.
And he dies.
Yep, that's probably what it's gonna be.
Green one.
Preston is alone on the podcast.
Preston is all alone by
He could
himself.
carry it.
Okay, so you guys are.
fucked up.
You have found everything you can in this room. You are free to leave if you so desire.
Should we rest here? We have a bunch of new items.
Close the sarcophagus.
No, he's a buddy.
No, close it.
Look at him.
I could potentially
I take-
rest
I take-
here,
I
but
take-
it
I
needs
take
to be
his jaw and I'm
closed.
We need
No jaw.
Oh no, jaw.
Yeah, his whole face
Absolutely not.
disintegrated again.
Oh damn.
What is
Just
it
takes
with
counter
you?
and it's like-
What is it with you and like carrying dead people or messing with their
Well, if they're
their
just
dead
dead,
jaws?
that's where you learn that they're just dead.
Understand that, but there's something.
There's no one alive to.
There's something to
shit
say
it.
about just respecting and honoring the dead.
I mean, I know that.
Listen, it's a kink. It's a fetish.
Okay.
He likes feet.
No, dead feet.
I hate you.
You don't want to see my sister's feet. They're a wee bit knobby. And hairy to boot.
Are you guys
Sorry.
resting down here, or are you continuing on?
I'm okay with resting here. Or should we go down the tunnel?
Nah, well,
Because we never know the devil
Yeah.
you know or the devil we don't.
we should probably rest here. This is about as safe as it seems like it's gonna get. I mean, we'll take shifts and
I
everything.
don't know that I remember everything's caustic that we're
Yeah.
laying down in. Where are we going to rest at? Maybe we at least go to the tunnel and rest in the opening if it's not made out of lime. I don't feel like it's probably.
don't-
You see what it did to the
Wait, we might find a safe
Crustaceans
space
back
if we
there.
go down
Down
that
the tunnel.
tunnel.
That's a good
The
idea.
other tunnel.
But we might not. We might find the opposite. But
We don't necessarily have to go that far. We can rest in the tunnel, lean up against the tunnel walls.
Sounds
I'm
good to
just
me.
saying, maybe just get away from the lime so you don't wake
just-
up bent the next day.
Tired
That's a
You
good
know what
point.
I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
Yeah. All right. Hey.
Cliff and Pothole have already entered the tunnel, so we better go.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys are leaving this room.
Yes.
Before you leave, I do want to point out there is a mural in this room as well.
I thought you said we found everything we could find in here.
Yes, everything,
All right, I'll let
everything
you say
up
that
until
too.
this point.
Oh, okay.
Because as you guys are leaving the room, it is on that side of the room where you guys came in, which you didn't see when you first walked in. As you guys walk out, you can see that there is obviously the stone slab is kind of pushed out, so it kind of distorts the image a little bit. But there's another beautifully done mural on this wall. You can see there appears to be the image of this giant dragon, massive dragon that covers most of the mural, pale white and skeletal. This dragon appears to be fighting a group of adventurers at the bottom. All of them, like, you see some throwing a spear or a dagger, others casting like these spells, these magical effects that seem to emanate from their hands and stuff, but they're all down below, almost in like the Egyptian like army style, where they're all like stacked up with each other, and they're all like pointing at it, and there's it's just a massive like skeletal dragon fighting them.
Is this starting to get a little bit weird to you? You've got murals over here that are basically talking about us.
And other adventurers.
Possibly, do you think this is other adventurers, or do you think that these murals are like a part of? Like maybe we were supposed to be here.
Maybe we're one of the many Valenka that these people made things to.
True. Hey.
Were we destined to be here, and that's us in the mural, or
is it us in the mural? Do we see any
people in the mural have guns? That'll tell me.
You think I'm throwing daggers at things?
You don't see anything recognizable in these.
Are they elven?
No, they're of varying different species.
And you said this is a skeletal dragon, so it's not emaciated. It's like a skeleton.
It looks like it's
Have I heard of a skeletal dragon before?
That's wicked.
No.
I've never heard of that before. That's pretty cool.
In the what?
In my book.
In your book?
Yeah.
No.
What's your uncle doing finding skeletal dragons?
Hey, he's a monster hunter, baby.
I know.
That's
pretty
cool. So it looks to be about 4 or 5 individuals in this kind of grouping, and none of them look like you. One of them looks to be a tiefling with kind of like a dark complexion, like the horns.
The devil you don't know.
One of them is a shorter individual, kind of like a halfling size. Another is a goblin.
Maybe she needs
a goblin. Sweet, nice.
Love goblins.
And one is a dwarf.
That's a good name.
So is the tiefling the tallest one?
Yes.
If I look closely, would I recognize my kin?
You recognize the dwarf?
Is it Fulgrim?
You see, emblazed on the breastplate of this dwarf, a very, very recognizable hammer.
Let's go!
That's your pops?
Alright, yeah,
Pops?
He's like my great grandfather.
Pop!
I'm the fourth, he's the first.
Actually, the pop.
Oh, right.
Sweet.
You got any stories of Thulgrin the First fighting a skeleton dragon?
None that I would know. And we still don't know necessarily how he met his demise.
Oh yeah, we do. It's right there. He was fighting a skeleton dragon.
We know now. I'm just not sure.
Well, who's to say he died? Maybe he prevailed.
It's a lot of adventurers.
I mean, we're assuming
I'm not sure.
that all these are doomed.
But I do know that whatever happened, he lost his hammer. So maybe because this is in a mural, maybe I'm assuming in whatever this is, that somewhere around here is where the hammer is.
He is in the mural. He is wielding the hammer.
Hey, listen, I know your heart song is weak, but do like a heart song hammer scout.
Hammer song.
Do you know the Hammer Scout clan? No.
Oh, yeah, the Hammer Scouts.
Yeah, the Hammer Scouts.
Heart song Hammer Scout.
That sounds like the cutest dwarven Boy Scouts ever.
I think this is how you do it.
Hammer Scouts? Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Right.
We are the Hammer Scouts.
We love snow.
He's doing a heart song Hammer Scout.
Go ahead and roll a d20.
Natural 20.
Yeah, do it.
Nat 20.
Just do it easy.
Don't
even think about it. Don't even think about
it's
it.
The one with runes on it.
You know, just real chill. That is a 4.
Damn it.
Son of
Yeah. No.
Can I just sit here and keep rolling and keep trying?
No.
All right, let's go.
No heart song.
You know what? We're about to rest. Luck. Re-roll it. Re-roll it.
Go ahead.
Okay, I guess. Yeah.
Guidance.
Doesn't work on heart songs.
You can't guide your heart song, bro?
No.
Tough.
Heart song is the guide.
Damn, you're right.
17.
I thought that was bad for a second.
Nothing.
Plus proficiency because he's getting there.
You gotta get.
He's proficient in Hammer Scouts.
Wait. Oh yeah.
There is no immediate draw to any one thing. It's just you just see the mural and recognize it for what it was.
I'd like to examine it and just take mental notes of potentially any of the surrounding depicted, so that if I potentially come across
Anything
this
like it?
space,
Sure. You
I
can
might
make a note.
recognize it
Of course.
in the future.
Of course.
As a note, when Kenneth uses luck, I just imagine that she is just like willing into the universe. She's like, you know what? I bet that could go better for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like every good Southern person.
Yeah, this bitch
Aw,
is manifesting.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I think that maybe you could do better.
She's got little notes on her mirror when she wakes up. She's like,
When you roll
have
bad,
a
she just in her head,
Mercedes-Benz.
she's like, I speak against it.
I speak against it.
Yeah,
No, you
and
don't.
just-
No, you don't.
Not
I
today.
rebuke it. I rebuke it.
There it is.
I
yeah,
hellish
that's-
rebuke it even.
So,
I hellish
just
rebuke
out
it.
of
I heavenly rebuke it. We don't do nothing hellish around here.
Oh, that's right.
curiosity
God smite it.
here, because I'm related.
Guided by the light.
This is my great 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 grandfather.
Possibly.
I'm assuming so, just because of what's depicted there.
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, there is, I see here, a tiefling.
Mm-hmm.
Would there be anything on there that I did not spend a ton of time with Ohiona,
Yo,
but would there be anything in there that might tie her to the tiefling in this?
do you think all tieflings are related?
Man, you
Not
got there
particularly,
before I could.
But I'm just not
And
particularly.
he's back at it.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying if like
So I'm gonna draw
it just so
memory
happens
of
to be my great 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 grandfather.
Oyana and
It might be.
their
I
sibling.
don't know.
I remember how Oyana looks and their sibling's a dick. Levistus. I don't know. There's so tieflings. It could be so many things.
Horn pattern. What's the horn pattern?
Yeah, what's the
look
horn?
like?
Next, he's gonna ask if that's my great great grandfather.
The dragon?
Yeah,
He's all bones.
I mean it's possible. It is actually a fair question.
Drew, stop getting ahead of the story, damn it.
Grandpappy.
Okay.
Can you tell your great 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 grandfather did not eat us like he did our great 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 grandfather?
He gets bitey.
One by one, you guys leave this room and make your way to the other side of the previous dead crab chamber, into the east door.
I thought we were gonna go back out to where we were.
I don't
Leave
wanna,
the east door for now, and then go back out to where we were and try to bed down for the night.
I
Or
want to go out the east door.
Okay.
I thought we were just going in just inside the east door to check and see if there wasn't any. My main thing, I just don't want to be sitting in line all night.
Yeah. So we're going to the east
Covered
door.
in I'm covered in metal.
Yeah,
Plus,
let's
it's,
look
Yeah.
that
line's
way
not
for
good.
a cleaner
Line's
area.
not good for your skin. I already look terrible as it is.
yeah,
I
you
don't want
can't
to
take
make it
another
worse.
hit, bud.
Any more leather?
I'll look like my great great grandfather's ball bag at that point.
Ball bag.
Look like you do.
Lucius takes way too long to understand what ball bag is. Oh!
Yeah.
Hey, there you go, lad.
Go through the east door.
It's still not what you think it is. You just had a bag when you were younger filled with like marbles and
balls.
stuff, and you're like, "Ew, this is the grossest bag." Like, it's
of
just like
marbles.
so ratty.
So, for the sake of expediency, I will tell you the hallway
He's lost
is
his marbles.
not any better than the room you're in, nor the the main chamber you were currently in. All of it seems to be kind of like wet,
Gross and wet.
gross and wet. So your best bet would be to retreat further back into the first room you came into, which seemed to be less kind of filled with. It seemed to be a little bit more elevated. It's a little bit of a incline, so the moisture doesn't seem to be following up there. If you want to go all the way back there, you can. It's up to you. It's kind of you're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place when it comes
I think
to
we
rest.
should
rather
a
do
safe
that.
bet.
I would, I feel like we should go for the safe bet. I mean, we cannot bed down here, or we're gonna wake up and be
Half gone.
Hitting. Yeah. So we don't really have much.
I want to melt my
We
sleeve.
either go forward or
I don't want to melt my
we
sleeve.
go back and take a break.
Out of any of those gems that I got, what did I get from those gems?
What gems?
You said gems were... Oh, never mind.
We also didn't get that one gem from the mural in the main place. Just as a note.
We can get that note.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Okay, so you want to head back to the first room you guys went to?
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys get there and you're taking a long rest to kind of like...
I think long rest's a good idea. Taking
Taking
into
a-
everything and stuff.
Give everything that we've learned a chance to soak in and think on it.
That's the room with the hole in the ceiling where we fell through.
The hole in the back side of it, yes.
Is there daylight or not? Just so I
No.
can like orient myself.
So
like
you guys come back to that room, and the kind of like the rock sliding of where you guys kind of came into is all kind of backed up that way, and all of that is dark.
Okay.
In fact, as you get kind of closer over, you can see more stone and earth has fallen since you guys have been here. The area you are in is like the incline is now even higher up than it was before.
okay.
So it seems like the sinkhole is still like deteriorating out there.
If we really wanted to, we could probably fly everybody up there for the night. That way we could stay on the surface.
I don't think there's any benefit from being on the surface right
I'm just
now.
saying.
Be out of
if-
this caustic nastiness.
Yeah, and if you get the heebie-jeebies, it might be nice to get some fresh air.
But we're getting out of the caustic nastiness by going
Yeah,
back
but
to
going to the first room, right?
No, the gas. Oh, the
As-
DM.
As you guys are discussing this, there's a moment where you all see that pothole is now coming back down the incline. It seems like he had been sent up to the incline as you all were trying to figure out what you wanted to do. He has a quick word with Glyph and Zeph. He tells you that back the way you guys came is impassable. It has filled up completely, and you cannot go back through the sinkhole.
Mother.
As that's happening, all of you, one by one, over the course of a couple seconds, realize that you've been coughing now for a while. And you realize that it's hard to breathe.
So is it still caustic in where we're at?
Everyone, for the few hours that you've now been down here, have taken 4 points of acid damage from breathing this air.
I see you, bro.
HP! No, your spell!
I got it. I still got the one.
So here's the
temp
thing:
HP.
if we bid,
Leave me alone.
guys, I feel like we may have to at least push on a little bit
I think-
because
yeah.
if we stay here, we're gonna wake up, and who knows what our lungs are gonna be like.
Alright, fuck it, speed run.
Speed
I'm
run
gonna
it.
booking it. Booking it.
I start bucking it too. I'm hustling.
The party is faced with a interesting conundrum to stop and risk continued exposure or move fast and throw caution to the wind. We'll see how that works out for them as we pick this up next time as the party continues deeper into the tombs of the fallen fathers and the strange happenings they will find down there.
Dude, man.
It's gonna be great. I'm so excited. You guys, that's good job. You avoided a fight with a very
Powerful-
scurry creature. Not super powerful, but it'd been
Fun.
scurry. But yeah, you did what you needed to do. You just put the mask back on it, and it breaks the trap. So good on you there.
Sleeping. We have to do it the hard way. We come
I will say, props to you for thinking that giving something back would fix it. Because I thought you were just going to be like, nope, I think he's money
No,
free.
leaning in.
Drew
He seems friendly.
figured putting it back on could
Right.
solve it, but Zeph was just gonna react to this like hand reaching out, like, oh, oops.
Here you go,
So
man.
that's a good reaction. Oh, sorry, my bad. And that you did.
Because he
you did
is
wonderfully.
like, he had just been reminded that we're here searching for a god, and it's like, well, if this is the god,
really don't want
I
to piss it off.
don't, no, I don't want to do flame sphere.
Oh yeah,
Like on this guy.
Yeah.
Oh,
the
yeah.
best.
That miasma still exists in the other rooms, right?
I really do
Miasma?
want to light this
Like
whole
the
thing.
the acidic
Oh
mist
yeah.
kind of thing.
Oh yeah, it's still there. But we'll get back to that next time. Until then,
DM
thank you guys so much for playing. Thank you all so much for listening. We'll see you next time on the Wild Mag School Bus.
Arrivederci.
Goodbye, everybody.
Oh, ciao, bella.
thanks for listening to the Wild Magic School Bus. I hope you had as much fun listening as we did making this for you. You can catch new episodes each Monday on whatever podcasting platform you use. And while you're there, leave us a review if you want. It actually helps us out. We've got socials too. You can follow us on Reddit at r/WildMagicSchoolBus, send us a subtweet at WildMagicSchoolBusPod, or follow our Instagram at WildMagicPod. Either way, stop by and say hi. We're always happy to meet new friends. See you next time.
Hey everybody, this is Will, and I play Glyph, a dragon conian. And if
Artificer.
and I play Glyph, the dragon conian artificer. In Harry, g'day mate. Billabong,
What song?
Jumbuck, Barbie. Toss another prawn on that Barbie. That's what they probably say.
All right, Will, what song would you shout at the moon?
Bitch by Lannis Morissette.
Hell yeah! Go Canada!
All right, that is now canon.
Canon, the